It's me, King Universal, and welcome back to a tier list. Yeah, we got a bunch of more games from my favorites menu. We got the tier list itself, and I think it's time that we should actually, tier them. Y'all seem to have really liked the other one. I don't know why. I honestly thought it was a shit post. So we're back. But anyways, before we start, we're gonna be changing a couple of the ratings. First off, Snow Shoveling Simulator actually worked. Um, I'm still putting it under Bee Swarm Simulator because oh my god, was it boring as hell, bro. I couldn't even play it for like 2 seconds before I just got bored and left. But yeah, would you rather? I'm actually gonna move up to Bro and move Destruction Simulator down because it's kind of in the same boat. I'd still say it's a little bit better than Bee Swarm, but that's just me. We'll move Parkour Simulator down to Bro as well because it's kind of a boring simulator. Anyways, on to the games for today. We've got quite a couple of them actually. Not all of them, but some of them I might be saving for if this video pops off, so I can milk the tier list content even more. First off, we got Book of Monsters. Honestly, a pretty decent game. It was definitely asymmetrical horror before asymmetrical horror got popular, except it's not horror and it's like these random monsters, I guess you could say. It's honestly not that bad. Definitely catered towards a younger audience, and I don't know if it's ever gonna update like ever again. It's alright. We'll put it in the bottom of med tier. I mean, it's kind of boring, but it's not that bad. Next up is Clone Tycoon 2, what I'd probably say is my favorite of the only Tycoon games that I actually liked. I mean, all you really do in this game is just make a factory where you clone yourself into slavery and either fight other clones or mining for slavery. You got a bunch of money, you can upgrade these clones with the weapons and give them elemental powers on some Spinjitzu shit. But overall, I think it's pretty fun, especially the PvP. As you can see in the recording, I just kept on killing this one guy over and over again. No clue what problem he had with me, by the way. You can also get a nuke towards the end of the game, which I may have missed, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, to actually rate this game, I don't know. It's definitely one of the more fun Tycoon games, so we'll probably put it. I'm not sure if it's alright tier. We'll put it at meh. Yeah, we'll put it at behind Vehicle Simulator. Maybe we'll move this down to bro. I gotta say, after the first few minutes, it did kind of feel a little boring. Anyways, next up is Disaster Dome. Yeah, this is immediately going into Eraser, bro. Not Palm Peaceful, but it's immediately going into Eraser. The problem with this game is that it's basically just another natural disaster survival clone, but without any of the things that makes NDS super fun. It's got literally no people playing it, it's 0 player count, and it's got actually good physics, so you won't just, fling everywhere by taking one singular step forward. It's really boring. I was honestly surprised that it even worked, and the last update I ever had was also in 2018, so, I highly doubt that Big Game is ever revisiting this piece of crap. Next up is Red Bear's Mega Roleplay something. Look, okay, look. Before you start typing in the comments, I was not a roleplay fanatic when I was younger, bro. Trust me. I feel like the main reason I liked this game was A, because it was a Five Nights at Freddy's game, and I was in my FNAF phase at the time, as you could probably see by scrolling through my channel. And, in this game, there are like secrets that you can get, which unlock secret animatronics. I feel like that's definitely one of the better things about this game. The models are also really clean too, surprisingly. So we'll put it in meh. Um, Probably above Survive and Kill the Killer. We might have to move this down. I'm not gonna lie. Fredbear's Mega Roleplay. There isn't any actually role playing in it now. Mostly it's just collecting the secrets to get the cool secret animatronics, I'd say. Which, if you want to do that, go ahead. Maybe if another game went ahead and used these models for a FNAF Roblox game, I wouldn't be too mad. Next up is High School, which is one of the first horror story type games on Roblox. I believe it released sometime after Camping, which was the first, or at least what popularized the horror story trend on Roblox. For that reason, I should put it in Erase It, but honestly, I do have decent memories with it, so we'll put it in Bro just because of that. I'm not gonna lie, the game itself is not aged well, like at all. I may have died in the first 2 seconds, um, but that doesn't matter. All right, I would play the entire story, but like all that really happens, I think, is that the teacher was the monster or something, and we go to a forest, and then that's where part 2 happens, which I haven't played, by the way. If you want to look at some of the early horror games, I guess play it, but besides that, just play like camping or something. They're way better. Besides that, the next game is Iron Man Simulator 1, which is honestly a pretty fun game. Not as good as the sequel, but you know, it's not bad for how old it is. I believe I actually have a video of this game on my channel. One of the first ever videos that I uploaded. It's a decent game. If I were to rate Iron Man 1 here, I'd probably put it in meh, just because I don't like the fighting that much, and the suits are fine, but the flying is kind of wonky. But if we were to rate it as Iron Man 2, which I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, we can put in it alright, just cause, you know, Iron Man Simulator 2 is genuinely a fun game. You know, shooting people out of the sky, I think is just super fun. I'm not sure, we'll put it above, we'll put it at the top of it alright. Iron Man Simulator 2 is just a more fun fighting game, and since this is a fighting game, then it should be at the top. Next up is... I forgot what this game is called. Lab Experiment. Right, okay, never mind. This game is honestly pretty fun. Essentially what happens is you're on your own plate, and random events will happen, and you have to try to survive it. The round will not go on forever, and there will either be lava rising from the bottom, or some laser grid flowing from the top, so you know. One of the major issues that I have with these kind of games, they all have the same issue of the humongous wait time, bro. I swear to God, some of these games can like go on for 20 minutes, which, you know, isn't that bad. But if you like, if you die at the start of the round, that's your time in that server is basically over. You gotta server hop until you find another server with a round that's gonna immediately start. And considering there is like only one full server for this game, yeah, good luck finding that. But honestly, this game is pretty fun, and you know, even playing it in a private server with a bunch of friends, I'm sure would also be pretty fun. We'll put at the bottom of it alright. I don't think it's quite meh tier, or even bro tier, so you know, I think that that's a good place. Next up is Mining Simulator, which is also my favorite simulator game, so there's that. I don't even know why I liked it so much. I just played it a lot when I was younger and have like a bunch of rebirths on it. All you really do is just mine straight down, and mine ores and then sell those ores, and then you just buy stuff with it. I don't even know why I liked it so much. I guess it was one of the simulators that required less Robux to actually be good at compared to a lot of simulators nowadays, so there it does have that going for it. Pretty chill game. I like how it looks. Like, it's not as bright as like something like I don't know, Destruction Simulator, or actually Book of Monsters, where it's just like colors and rainbow everywhere. But it's not super desaturated to the point where it doesn't look like, you know, a child's game, which I mean it is. As for its rating, I'm not actually sure. I would put it in it alright, just because it's probably one of the best simulator games I've played. But we'll just put at the top of meh. It's not bad. It's nothing too exciting either. So, you know, we can just put it there. Ninja Legends. Um, I have I have mixed feelings about this game, to say the least. I definitely played it a lot when I was a kid. Again, same with Mining Simulator. I got a bunch of rebirths on it and stuff, so there wasn't really much for me to do in the game. Only problem with this game is, unlike Mining Simulator, you do need to spend Robux to actually get better at this game. As you can probably see in the recording, I have like 6 pets, which I only got from like a +4 pet game pass, which I spent actual Robux on. Yeah, I know, kill me, bruh. And not one of my best Robux decisions. The game itself is not that interesting. All you really do is just click on the screen to get Spinjitzu or Ninjutsu, whatever. You sell the ninjutsu for coins, and then you just buy belts, which increase your storage. and swords, which give you more ninjutsu. And then of course there's pets, because why wouldn't there be pets? There is this one cool feature I like where you can kill people on either the good or bad side or something, and you can get negative or positive chi, and then those give you special abilities and special areas that give you like 2 times ninjutsu or 2 times coins or something like that. Stuff like that I think is pretty cool. Everything else kind of sucks, but you know, that doesn't matter much. There is a sequel to this game, but the sequel is literally exactly the same, if not worse, than the original. Just because there's like these stupid ass turrets, which make it impossible to go from island to island. So, because of that, I'm still putting this in. I'm putting in a racer tier. You know what? We'll put in we'll put in bro tier. All right. Like, yeah, okay, you do need Robux, but I did recently like pick it up on a different account with one of my friends, and it was kind of fun to like race and see who would do better in it. Maybe for like the first days of playing it, it isn't half bad. Anyways, next up is Tower Defense Simulator, which will be my favorite tower defense game on Roblox. For a reason, I guess these games are in my favorites menu. Not only is this my favorite tower defense game on Roblox, but it was also one of the originals, and I personally think one of the better ones on Roblox as well. Unlike the multitude of anime Roblox RNG tower defense games on the platform, this game does not actually have any RNG besides cosmetics, but you know, they gotta make some money somehow. And all the towers that you could possibly ever want, you can just buy straight up, which I definitely like a lot more as a system compared to the gambling mechanics in some of them. I think because of that, and because it's one of the more original tower defense games, I'm putting it into peak gameplay. The graphics and everything also look really nice and simple. Nothing's too in your face. You don't need Robux to play it. It's really easy to understand. And if you wanted to get into tower defense games on Roblox, I'd say this is a pretty good starting point. But finally, we are on the last game in this video, which is Temple Thieves. I have to say this is definitely way more of a disappointment than I thought it'd be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm guessing I played this game for some kind of egg hunt event. Don't remember which one exactly, but you know, there's that, I guess. All you really do in this game is just parkour and like get these artifacts or something and then progress through the game. I'm gonna be honest, if there's anything after the part where I died on, I would not know because I died. I definitely think this game could have been a bit better had it been like, you know, an actually like boom rating game or something and had like actually good puzzles, but in all reality, this is just a times parkour game, not really anything too interesting. So we're gonna put it at the bottom of Burrow tier. I wouldn't say it's, you know, we'll put it in a Racer Row. It's boring as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think that's the final tier list, and also technically completes this series of ranking all of my favorite menus game. If you think that my tier list sucks and that you could do better, go by all means click the link in the description and do the tier list yourself. As for if I'm gonna make another tier list in this kind of genre of like old Roblox games, we'll see. I definitely do have an idea for something like that, but depending on if this video pops off as well as the last video, I might make another one. So, you know, if you want to see another video, just like leave a like and subscribe, I guess. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.